Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I am your host, Echo Fang Grey Wolf. This is my second and final chit chat for the night. Let me see what damn time it is. It is 12:07. Perfect. Alright, this is definitely the last video because if I don't start posting now, I won't be able to post them until tomorrow. And I kind of want to get that out the way so that I can go to sleep. So, we talked about how bad my day was. We talked about how bad my yesterday was and how bad my stomach was. So, now, since it's 12 o'clock, I am not going to be able to do the cosplay Spider-Man stuff unless I find a very, very good video. And to do that, I got to get my phone back on. So before we do that, I just want to make sure everybody understands, man, you guys mean the world to me. Alright? I know I'm not a huge, huge star. And to be honest with you, I'm really not trying to be a huge, huge star. I just want to be a working actor. Alright? Which is why we're making this video. So I was in the shower, and I did come up with the songs, the song No One Can Save, or Only You Can Save You. And I meant to say that in the video, but I forgot. But I will say, so, none of the people who are for me, it's family, are pushing me to succeed. Alright? If anything, they're holding me down. I.e. the last video and the last part of that video. And I sit here today to the 287 of you. I thank you because you give me the courage to keep going. Alright? Now, a lot of people would have quit. After 26 years of failing, a lot of people would have quit. But I look at it this way. 26 years of failing, and yes, I failed at that too. Missed. 26 years of failing. Sooner or later, one of these years is going to be the year. I'm praying that it's the year 2023, which is right now, which is why like the name change and everything should play a factor. And so I'm going to try my best to also make a Cobra Kai audition for Instagram tomorrow, because I did talk to 99 and hopefully they'll push it towards that, but I highly doubt that they will. But you know, you never know. There's always a blessing somewhere. I didn't get to write my book today, so after work tomorrow, Thursday, and possibly Friday, I'm gonna try to catch up so I can finish chapter 2 and then go into chapter 3 and chapter 4. Hopefully that'll solve most of the problem, and then I can finish the book. Right? Because I don't think I want more than 4 chapters. Maybe 5 chapters at best. And each chapter is 50 pages. So, we started chapter 2 at page 51. So, chapter 3 will probably start at 101. No. Because I'm really not trying to have a whole bunch of misguided chapters. I'm trying to make the book as direct as possible. And you know, for acting, you know, if the acting works in my downtime, if I ever get downtime, I will write more books. If the acting doesn't work and the writing works, then I will just become an author and Stephen King the shit out of it. You know, in other words, I will just be writing books out the wazoo and just keep writing. And so I like short stories. I have a whole bunch of floppy disk up there, or in that shed, with tons and tons of stories. Native American stuff, black stuff, mixed stuff, and I can sell all that shit as one gigantic ass short story. I just have to get all of them changed from that floppy disk to a flash drive. And that's what happened with Love 13. I got a friend of mine, shout out to Eddie. He took all my shit, scanned every page. I paid him $60 or better. I might have gave him more than that. I think I gave him at least $100 because he wanted, like, he's like, I'll do it for 60. I was like, no, you're gonna do it for a little bit more than that because you're gonna get a free copy if you want, but you know, you're doing the hard part. I did the writing and the drawing, So you're gonna scan all these shits. You're gonna need more than $60 because that shit's gonna be time consuming. I wrote Love 13 in like maybe 5 6 months. The only reason why it took so long is because I hand wrote it, and I use like green pens for certain people speaking, blue pens for humans, pink, orange, purple, silver, gold for gods and shit like that. So I did a video about it on my TikTok. So if you guys can go find me, JW underscore Grey Wolf, aka EFG. That's my main account. You can go find it there, and I talk about it. And I also talk about American Kona Reach, and I also talk about Showdown, Sundown, which is the last book that I started like a couple of days back, about a week or so ago. And when you have time on your hands, you can really bat out a book. If no one gets in your way, with the exception of the call of nature, where you have to go to the bathroom or you have to eat, you can really push out a book. I mean, you really can. But it also depends on how long of a book you want, how much substance you're putting into it. And so, let me give you the rundown of this book, and then I'm going to end the video. All right. So here's how this works. This book deals with MMIP, missing and murdered indigenous people. This book also deals with the alphabet community, because 2 victims get killed. One is a mixed person, and one is a full-on native girl, and they're cousins. And one is murdered on the reservation, and one is murdered in the sundown town. I can't give you any more than that because I'm on chapter 2 and the character hasn't gotten murdered in the sundown town yet. But that's going to happen while the main protagonist, who is a Lakota, he's a Lakota, what the fuck was he? He's a U.S. Marshal. So he's got authority to go places now. And he's not a CIA agent, he's not a DEA agent, but he's a U.S. Marshal. So he can go just about any fucking where. No. He doesn't have to deal with regular regulations and shit. No. Because if you are a murderer and you do something nefarious, regardless of what color your victim is, if they send the U.S. Marshals after you, you fucked up. That's all you need to know. Which is why I made him a U.S. Marshal. I based him on myself. So he's a martial artist and he's a military vet. I exaggerated his military career because mine was destroyed before it began. But I made this guy as lethal as fuck. Everybody who he's in the U.S. Marshals with, he has Asian people, black people, and his boss is also a native, which is why she's given him the authority to go in her behalf to be a liaison officer. I had to do some research, so it's exaggerated research that I've used. It's probably legal, but not. So he pulls some strings to deputize tribal police into temporary U.S. Marshals. It's my book, it's my world, I can do what I want. Now, legally, I don't think that a U.S. Marshal can do that, but he's a high-ranking U.S. Marshal, so he's like a fucking lieutenant. He's like second in command, but he still has a boss. And he knows the boss and the federal prosecutor. So he pulls some legal strings to make that happen. So the 2 officers were from the tribe, both female, both his partners, both now have U.S. Marshal authority. And they only have to answer to him. So it's getting good. Let's just leave it at that. I will say I leave a lot of reader notes in my books. So if you happen to read my book, the only book that doesn't have reader notes, I think, is Love 13. I'm not going to swear to it. They may have reader notes too. And in case you're wondering, I leave reader notes in case I lose track of what the fuck I wrote. So that if I don't remember what I wrote, I can read the reader's notes and it can pull me back, or I can go back like 3 pages and catch up to where I want the story to go. Because sometimes when you're writing, you're all over the place. So I have index cards. So I have notes. So I named his older sister after my great grandmother. So Ada, you're not dead yet, even though you died in 1983. But anyway, so I've gotten some native stuff going on in there, and I got all kinds of other stuff going on, and it will not be for children. I will maybe, or I will maybe not have a sex scene in there because his ex fiance is one of the Lakota tribal police, and they both trained the young lady who got the rank of detective on the day her sibling was unalived. So it's a pretty good thing, you know. And unfortunately, since it's so far after midnight, you guys are watching this on Thursday. So I have to make another video to let you guys know that I've posted this on Thursday. Because it's so far after midnight now. It's too fucking late. I got excited. So I'm sorry about this. So to the 287 of you, thank you. And there'll be one more video. So thank you very much. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Be seeing you.